Oh, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Peterbilt Mike C here. In today's video, I'm gonna have a follow-up to my live video yesterday. Don't worry, not pick my nose, just scratch my nose. The video quality was absolutely horrible. I shared it anyways because at the end of the day, you know, I think I had some good stuff in there. So I'm not gonna do much on my garage, but today, it's Saturday, so I'm gonna try and do this today, upload it tonight, and show you guys my shop and tell you about my other YouTube channel, Corvette Mike C. And I might change that channel. I called it Mike's Garage, and then I was surfing YouTube and I realized there's like a gazillion, and gazillion is a lot, Mike's Garage channel. So I'm like, you know what? Corvette Mike C, because I'm Peterbilt Mike C. But I don't know, see what you think, because I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm doing like Super Duty content and it says Corvette Mike C, maybe people won't be able to find it. So anyways, doing a little intro to my shop since yesterday's video quality sucked. So we got the GoPro out, we're gonna take a look, we're gonna turn some lights on. We got the Expedition there. We talked about the Expedition on one of my Corvette Mike C channels. Gonna turn some lights on here. Got my Corvette Princess, the picture of Princess on the wall. My first Corvette, yes, there she is, Princess in all her glory. I absolutely love that car. Well, actually, I love all my cars, and I'm a bit of a car addict. I even love this car. It's an 04 Expedition, and it's like, it's really not that special. People tell me, why do you have your 04 Expedition? Why don't you just get rid of it? And it's like, because it's not worth anything, and I love it. It's been a great family vehicle, so. These are vehicles that have been special to me. Bought this one back, I sold it, bought it back, traded my Super Duty off, bought it back. Both of them need some love. The Expedition, I'd love to get it restored, but really, until I'm a millionaire vlogger, which may or may not happen, it's just gonna be a good car for the kids. But yes, my Corvette Prince up there, absolutely love it. It's my new Corvette, and this is Princess, my 2016 C7 Corvette Stingray. So we're gonna unwrap Princess. I wanna dig her out. I wanna give her some love. Wanna rub her belly, fire her up. Because you know what? It is the beginning of March, which means I've got a month and a half till I can drive it, which is gonna be painful, especially when you dig it out and you give it some revs. But yeah, month and a half. It's not that far away. Also gotta do some work to the motorhome, because our motorhome is, I don't know, how old is it, 6 years old or something? And I gotta do some resealing up there, just preventative maintenance, because you know what? I've had travel trailers my whole life, well, and campers. And I had my last travel trailer, I ended up doing the roof twice on it. Went upside down, you know, freaking lost a ton of money. And yeah, RVs are a terrible investment. So let that be a lesson to me. Now this one, I'm gonna keep it forever. Well, maybe not forever, but for a long time anyways. That's actually part of why I built the shop. Store the car, store the motorhome, because RVs are built like crap. So you know what? Keep them inside, out of the elements. It's what you got to do. And you couldn't see yesterday in the video, this is my clock. My clock made out of 205 70R15 Dunlop tire that was on my Corvette. This is actually a sign I got when we were on vacation in San Francisco, Princess parking only, all others will be towed, and a puzzle of Mickey Mouse. Because we are a Disney family. We were actually on a Disney cruise, stopped in San Francisco, found that at a shop, and because we call this Corvette Princess, it was kind of fitting. And you may ask, Mike, why do you call your car Princess? It's not very manly. Well, let me tell you. I wanted a more manly name for it. You know what? I don't know, I was trying to think of like Medusa or whatever, and Andrea and the kids started calling it Princess. And I'm like, don't call my car Princess, it's not a princess. And they're like, oh yes, it is a princess, because Princess can't go outside. Princess has got to get washed every time she goes out. Princess has got to be under 14 car covers, because before I built the shop, I parked there in my carport, and I had my first car cover on it, which was the one that's on Prince right now. Then I had an outdoor car cover on it, and then I put a tarp over it. And of course, before I did all that, you had to wash it, chamois it, and all the rest of it. So yeah, Princess kind of stuck, because you know what, she's a princess. So this is my Corvette poster I had on my wall, or I should say one of them. Actually, I remember having that on my door. Got lots of, oh, that's a crappy picture. Crappy picture, Mike, but yeah, so that picture I had in my room when I was a teenager. You'll see that on my channel, Corvette Mike C. I've got my shelves of crap. This is actually my mom and dad's TV because they are in fact living in their motorhome because they've got 2 pieces of property, one in Prince George, one in Yuma, Arizona, beautiful Yuma, Arizona, but the border's closed, so they can't travel. So instead of going to Yuma this winter, they're living in their motorhome on their lot and it blows goats. But you know what? Glad it wasn't a really cold winter. And up until this year, they're like, why do we need a house? In the wintertime, they're living in Yuma, and they've got a lot there. Palm trees, cactuses, they got air conditioning, everything is good. Then when they come here for the summer, you know, you don't have a house down there to look after. Conversely, not having a house up here means I don't have to go plow snow in their driveway in the winter, because that really sucks. You know, not that I don't mind doing it, but you know what? Plowing 2 driveways in that all winter is a lot of work. So anyways, it's a great idea until they close the borders. So that kind of blows goats. So, and there is my beloved 99 Super Duty. Yep, that's it. The 99, I've shown it to you guys before. You know what? I traded it off in 04, bought it back, yada, yada, yada. I told you about it in the last video, so not going to go into that anymore, but here it is, Peterbilt Mike C's garage in all my glory on Corvette Mike C. So, my request to you guys, if you enjoy my car content, if you enjoy what I'm about to show you, go over to Corvette Mike C, smash the like button, and subscribe. And you know what? You could do me a favor. You don't even have to enjoy it, and you could subscribe and don't click on the notifications, and then it'll help me grow my channel. So, and I promise I'll get better. And my ultimate goal here is, 1, to sell Peterbilt trucks. Love Peterbilt trucks. I love the company I work for. Shout out. We actually won Peterbilt Service Award out of all the dealer groups for Peterbilt Motors, North America, worldwide, Peterbilt Pacific, #1 dealer group for service. So shout out to all our people, because it's the people that make it happen. You know what? And that's everybody. Like, our service girls, probably the hardest working people I know in our dealership, with all the crap that they have to do and look after, and shout out to them. And yeah, I really appreciate those gals. But, and of course everybody else, but that's just who came to my head right away. And Peterbilt Prince George, we got a Platinum Oval Award. I can't remember how many of those go out, but there's a few of them, not like the Service Award where there's only one. We also won a Platinum Oval for service. So, you know what, shout out to everybody at Peterbilt Pacific and everybody at Peterbilt Pacific and Prince George, because you know what, it's teamwork that makes the dream work. So, onto my channels. Sorry for the segue. Corvette Mike C, go smash your like buttons if you like it. Please subscribe if you don't want to watch it. I'm just trying to grow the channel. Or if you do like it, frickin' A, let's take this somewhere. Because if I can get enough subscribers to where we can start doing merchandise, and if I can make some ad revenues on the Peterbilt channel, I'm going to be able to order a lot more trucks, because I can say to my bosses and the big cheese and say, hey, look, I'm getting a great following. We need to bring in more 3D9s. We need to do some custom stuff, because I always said I want to have 1 custom truck. Well, I'd like to do 1 a month, but at least have 1 on the lot at all times, and when it sells, do another one. And I'm talking a custom truck, custom paint, accessories, whatever, not just bolting on a visor and some skirts. But anyways, sidetracked again. So, want to do more of that, and I need your help to grow the channel in order to do that. As far as Corvette Mike C, I need to grow the channels so I can buy some more cars. So, you know what? It's no joke. I plan on buying more cars. I know. I've got 1 lift. I've got room for 2 more lifts. So this is the plan. And you know what? Let's call it a vision board on YouTube. So in 2 years from now, I want you guys to come back, look at this channel, or maybe you are coming back and looking at this channel, but I want to have 2 more lifts back there, maybe even a 3rd lift. But I want to get a C8 Corvette. I'm a Corvette lover. God, I love Corvettes. I want to have one of every generation. I want to have a C1. I've already got a C2. I want to get a C3. And they're pretty affordable depending on what you get. I'd actually love to have a 72 because I was born in 72. Get a big block car before the emissions changed. I'd like a C4 because my poster board, that's a C4. That was 1984. In 1984, that was the cool car. I mean, now that we look at it, the 1984 Corvette with, what was it, tuned port injection, and it had like 185 horsepower. Actually, I think it was more than that. But it didn't have very much horsepower. It kind of sucked. So, but I want one. Andrea doesn't understand that. She's like, I don't like the C4. And I'm like, I don't care. I want a C4 because that's what I grew up with. Want to get a C5. I want to get a C6. I've got a C7 Princess. Absolutely love that car. You know what? I actually talked about trading it off to try and get a Z06 or, you know, get a C8. But Andrea said no, because she loves Corvettes too, which is great. Because if your wife is into your hobbies like you are, it makes life so much easier, let me tell you. But Andrea said no, because she loves that car too. But she did say when it's paid for, I can get another one. So right now, I'm not proud to say this, but I financed that car for as long as I could, and I put a good chunk down. So in the last video, when I said I don't always make the smartest financial decisions, not really the smartest financial decisions. People that say, oh my God, you're making so much money in sales, you buy a Corvette. And it's like, well, yeah, I did buy a Corvette, but I financed it over a long term. So it's kind of like leasing a car. So, but anyways, I do all right, I'm not gonna lie. Because that's why, that's why we grind, right? But she did say when Princess is paid for, this guy can get another Corvette. So that's what I'm gonna do. So you know what? If we can make YouTube blow up, it's gonna happen sooner. And we're gonna make car content. This summer, I wanna do, and you know, it's a little bit risky because I was trying to keep my cars, my shop, my personal life separate from Peterbilt Mike C because, you know, I've gotten a lot of flack having the Corvette. I know I've lost some customers. I know some people think that, you know, oh, you make too much money off me if you can do that. And it's hurtful to where, you know, some people have said, you know what, keep your personal life, and keep work life. Don't drive a Corvette to work because it portrays a bad image. I know other salespeople that have had Corvettes and they're like, I never drove my Corvette to work. And you know, so it is a risk. It's a risk putting this video out. It's a risk sharing it. I could lose more customers. You know, I personally don't think that'll happen. And quite frankly, I think if I have customers that are gonna drop me because they're jealous of this or they don't think I should be able to afford it, screw it. Many of you don't know, back in 2009, I actually was diagnosed with testicular cancer. Thank God I was lucky enough, they pulled my nut and that was it. I didn't have to have chemo, we did surveillance. To date, the cancer hasn't come back, thank God. But you know, it definitely makes you think differently about life. And you know, like in my last video, I said I took a mental health day, and you know, my customer that got grumpy with me, it was because he's like, you didn't listen to me. He's like, I told you I wanted it like so-and-so's truck, and I wanted this and I wanted that, and it's like, what he didn't know is it's like, yes, the truck didn't have the 2250 torque transmission, but I had it in the price. We hadn't got to the stage yet where you go over the spec, because after I order a spec, I like to forward it to the customer. We like to go through it again. And I also like to do frame layouts, because if I pay for a frame layout and a customer decides, oh gosh, I don't want my fuel tank here, you want to move cross member, I can do that. So, you know, was he having a bad day? I think so. You know, did I take it to heart a little more than I should? Probably. But you know, I genuinely care what you guys think. So that's why I don't share this, because you know what? I don't want people to think, but at the end of the day, no risk, no reward. I love cars. I want to live in the, yeah, that kind of just hit me there, you know, to say I want to live, you know, to have cancer. And I remember what it was like laying in bed thinking, you know, what if, you know, what if it comes back? What if it spreads? What if I got to do chemo? You know, I actually found that when we were going through it, it was easier to deal with in like 2 weeks, or not 2 weeks, 2 years after, where you're thinking, well, what if it comes back? And now I can't work and I got to do chemo. You know, what if I die? You know, what's going to happen to Andrew and the kids? Because I don't have I don't have life insurance anymore because there was a mix-up with our life insurance policy when we moved up to Prince George, and then I got cancer, and then guess what? They're like, oh yeah, you can go back to your policy, but just need to do another physical. And it's like, well, I had cancer. And they're like, yeah, no life insurance for you. So right now, this is it. I got to make the money for my family. I got no life insurance. So yeah, when I say I want to live, I want to live. You know what? I'm tired of pussyfooting around. I want to drive my Corvette to work. I don't want to be not driving it because I'm afraid of what people think. Because you know what? And I mean, I say that now, and maybe today's just one of those days where I'm like, yeah, I'm tough. And then I'll have you know, next week or a month from now, I'll be weak and I'll be like, you know, I don't like getting the ribbon. I don't like people making fun of me, or like, you know, the guy with the Corvette, or you make too much money. And I mean, at the end of the day, all of you guys should want to make as much money as you can too. Not at the risk of people, but, you know, just work and grind, and that's what it's all about. And, you know, I've made some bad financial decisions. I know people younger than me, way better financial shape. So, you know, Corvette, yeah, it's nothing. It's just a car. So that's why I'm sharing it. I'm risking it for the biscuit. And you know what? I probably have just chatted too long so that it makes it boring and you guys won't want to watch. But anyways, enough of this. I want to live. We're going to share it. Come along for the journey. I promise it's going to be fun. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So anyways, let's juggle some cars around. We're going to get Prince down off the lift. We're going to stick Prince over there. We're going to get Princess out, put Princess on the lift, pull the Super Duty out of the way so we can juggle some cars around. And yeah, let's do this. All right, guys, this is Prince. I absolutely love this car. I love both my cars. But look at that. Oh, this thing is mint. Oh, and my cover has a hanger on her. The cover has a hanger on her. Look at that. That makes my heart go better, better. So I've got my shout out to Carsland, my Cars antenna ball. So I'm gonna get that off. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys down so I can and that's it. Good gravy. Epic. Epic, I say. I absolutely love this car. I don't know how many times I've said that. I think I've said it a lot, but it's a 1964 Corvette Stingray. Shout out to Sullivan Motors, Murray Sullivan. You did me one good with this one. Check it out. It is pretty much all original. Yeah, can check out Corvette Mike C for my little drive video of it. We'll have more videos on it, but yeah, we call it Prince because it's a little red Corvette. Ooh, ooh. Does good burnouts too. I'm not a smoking burnout, but it does good burnouts. Yeah. Okay, let's uncover Princess now. And just like that, guys, Princess is unwrapped. She's been hooked on the battery tender, so now I'm gonna unhook the battery tender, do a cold start. Oh yeah, there's just nothing like the sound of a cold start on classic GM V8s, except for maybe a V10 Lamborghini Huracan, or a V12 Lamborghini, or a R8 V10, one day, maybe, who knows. But I absolutely love this car. Look at this, no satellite radio, although it does say I should. I wonder if it's free right now. Oil, I did change oil before I parked it. It's going on time as well. 18,000 kilometers. So I was wrong in my last vlog. Princess has 18,000 kilometers. But all the, I'm gonna turn the light on. There we go. All this Alcantara, I don't know if you can see it, back here and down there, it just smells so good. Like so good. Over here as well. And on the visor, oh, there's my OnStar. You know, and since Princess is, she's a bit of a badass, you know what, we got Stormtrooper here. Yeah, you know, Stormtrooper, Disneyland, or Disney, you know, Lucas. Anyways, gosh, look at that. Ooh. Got the heads-up display. Love that heads-up display. Love it. Well guys, let's put Princess on the lift and give her some love. Give her a little rub down, a little blank, a little polish, rub her in all those sweet spots, and get her ready. It's another month and a half, we could have her on the road. Oh, that would be fantastic. And just like that, Princess is on the lift. My God, she's looking fine. Look at that butt. She's got big butt, and I think it's fine. Hey guys, well that's it. Peterbilt Mike C's garage. You've seen the toy box, you've seen my toys. Hopefully one day I can have a C8 Corvette in here. I mean, that is my goal. If I win one off of Street Speed 717's draw, then it'll be in here in a month or so, which, let's face it, odds are not great. Odds are better that I'll be able to find another way to get a C8, because I will one day have a C8 Corvette or an Audi R8. Kind of got a thing for Audi R8s now, but anyways, that's a long time from now probably. But thanks for coming to my garage. Thanks for letting me show you Princess. Thanks for letting me show you Prince. And I think I'm just gonna sit down here for a bit in my little corner, watch a little YouTube. You know what? I got my Peterbilt lounge chair right there. I think I'll sit on one of these and go pull a beer out of the fridge and watch a little YouTube. Need to put everything away now because it's snowing. Look at this. It's friggin' snow. Got the duty. Super duty. I really need to get this thing on the road. Oh, those wipers are like uber slow. No pressure, Mike. Just don't back into your car. There we go. Good enough. Now for the tractor. What should I call the tractor? Mean green? John Deere green? Winter vibes, let me tell you. Oh, how we love winter. I really don't love winter. And it's cold. There we go. I'll plow snow tomorrow. That's right. It's snowing out, son. And just like that, this vlog is over.